Hello and welcome to the first coding example for using the DHT11 sensor. First, we are including the DHT.hex library. This is the library that Arduino provide for that sensor, for the temperature and humidity sensor. So you need to include it at the beginning of your program. Second, we are defining the DHT pin. Digital pin we are connecting the sensor to so that we can get the values. It's pin number 5. Now as you can see we have 3 sentences here. You need to uncomment whatever type you are using. So we are using DHT11, so we are uncommenting this, but we are commenting these two, DHT22 and DHT21. If you have any of these two versions, you have to comment this line and uncomment whatever type that you have here, DHT22 or DHT21. Depending on the type, you can also see these numbers instead of the DHT. So depending on the number, you have to uncomment the right line. One of these 3 must be uncommented so that this code can work with that type of sensor. Now let's start. DHT, we are defining the pin and the data type here in this sentence, starting with the first method, which is the setup method. This is used to add the initial values and to initialize certain things inside Arduino board. If we wrote serial.begin, this means that we are starting serial communication at a baud rate of 9600. Serial.println, this means that we are printing this sentence in the serial monitor board. Now if we connected the board, you will see that this sentence will be displayed in the serial monitor here, tools serial monitor. I will connect the board in the next practical lesson, but for now let's continue explaining that code before going to the practical work. Now DHT.begin, this will begin the DHT function, which is related to the DHT library here for this sensor. Now loop, anything inside this loop will repeat itself indefinitely. At the beginning we are delaying for 2000 milliseconds. This delay is for the sensor to stabilize so that we can get accurate readings. We are defining 3 floats. The first one, float h, for reading humidity, DHT.read humidity. The second one, t, for reading temperature. The third one, f, for reading temperature true. This will give us a true or false statement. Now inside this code, if is none for the h and the t variable and the f variable, then serial.println failed to read from DHT sensor. So if you couldn't get any value from these 3 variables, as you can see we are ORing. If we couldn't get any of these 3 variables, we will print a sentence indicating that we cannot get a reading, so failed to read from the DHT sensor, and return so that it can try again to read from it. If we could read or if we can read from that sensor, then we need to print the values that we read. So humidity h, then temperature T in Celsius, as you can see here. That's it for this code. We will connect it and get some practical work and show you the humidity and temperature simply by connecting Arduino and connecting the bars together, which I will show you to you in the next lesson. That's it for this lesson. This is only a test code using serial communication and DHT sensor. We are not yet using the LCD screen. Thanks for watching. This is Educational Engineering Team, and if you have any question, please ask in the Q&A box.